Aries, my darlings, this is your yearly tarot forecast. We are going to run through the 12 months of the year from January 2026 to December 2026 using tarot and oracle cards and clairvoyance and any intuitive messages that want to come through. Timestamps are available for each month, but it would be amazing for you to let this full video run when you do have the chance to hear the overview of the year. But anytime you need to come back throughout the year and just tap onto the month and go, right, what did the Hermitologist say about June, July, May? Then you can do that too, okay? But guess what? This is juicy because for Aries, 2026, this is the year of romance. Yep, all of the cards I've pulled, I haven't even started a channel yet, but all of the cards I've pulled, romance is everywhere. So, let's deep dive. When we arrive in January, we have Libra sun energy straight away. So it lets me know you could be dealing with a Libra or someone with strong Libra in their chart. I feel like I'm connecting with a feminine, dealing with a masculine, but I do have masculine and feminine cards out. The masculine is out with his top off and the feminine is here in some sexy lingerie. So both of you are here. Both of you are single, both of you are available, and the Justice card's out. This is about talking up. This is the throat chakra energy too. Lots of blue. You need to talk to this Libra. You need to talk to this person you're in love with. This is going to be revealed with the full moon coming out, the 8 of Wands coming out, and the 2 of Cups. Someone's coming together in January with an ex, with someone they love very much, with someone they really see as, this is the love I want in my life. This is interesting because as I've said that, I've just got a vision of a child, of family and friends, of other people that you love. So this is the year of romance. But some of you guys, this is romance at work, but not with another person, with a job you love. This is the kid that you love so much that you get to dote on a little bit more. This may not be a full-on masculine, feminine, although majority of you it is. Don't get me wrong, I'm not playing games with you guys. Give me a minute. The energy's going, wait. Some of you guys, this love is about someone you love so much, but you get to dote on them and love them so much. It's great. Like, it's giving me the vision of the mums that make their kids' school lunches. And some of the most famous shorts creators, their content blew up because they were making their son's lunch sandwiches and they've done a gorgeous lunchbox. This is my son's lunch and I give him a little note. They do it for the husbands too. When you make your husband a gorgeous packed lunch. My husband's a trucker and here's all the stuff he has for a day. He works a 14-hour shift. It's someone you dote on and you cook for and you make packed lunches for and you love on. Some of you it's romance and you're going to be catered for and loved deeply. But it could be the other way around as well. So stay with me. I'm really excited for you. At the end of the day, January is screaming, finally, justice. There's love in my life again. There's romance. I keep getting get back with an ex. So someone's getting back with an ex. There could have been a lot of problems in the past and a lot of arguments. I get you could have lived with this person. You could have even married this person. This could be an ex-husband. You could have married this person, had kids with this person, had a baby with this person quite recently, but you separated. In my head, I'm even getting someone who had a one-night stand. Got with this person, but you weren't really with them and you've decided to have the baby because you're a grown adult and you made a mistake and you want the child and you both agreed to have the kid together. But the truth of the matter is, God works in mysterious ways, and although you don't really know this person, you've started to bond, and there is a strong chemistry there. You actually really do like this person, and you're both single. Someone could also have a kid who's like 4 months old, 3 months old, and you've met someone. And you're shocked, because this person's actually open to being in your life, and being a father to your child. And they're not the father, biologically. But this person wants to be with you. I see 20 years for someone. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful story. Because single mum stories are really burdensome and scary sometimes. And I see someone who's just had a 4-month-old who is just now getting with the new man they're going to be with for years. You've got to have an 8-year-old too, I just got. An 8-month-old, an 8-year-old. I get a 4-month-old and an 8-year-old, but I also get an 8-month-old. So we see how these readings reach all of you guys across space and time years from now. Do let me know if that's you in the comments. Well done. What a gorgeous way to start the year. This is justice. This is a strong connection. It's not like it's new, but it's been brewing. This is confirmation for you that whatever's going on in your romantic life and the love in your life is blooming, it's blossoming, and it looks incredibly prosperous. January, connect with that person, talk to that person, tell them how you're feeling, go on dates, make time for them, cook them dinner, invite them around, celebrate, have a good time, because love is rising in your life in January. Well done, Aries. Let's move on to February. February is presenting with the Leo moon. Now, that's followed by the 6th house, followed by the Empress, followed by the 2 of Swords, and followed by the Lovers. Okay, there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of new, exciting experiences, but you're balancing out work, their work schedule, your work schedule. The time you have for love is in question here. There's no arguments, there's no problems, but you are looking at this relationship and you're thinking, do you want to go on holiday together? Do you want to spend the weekends together, the evenings together? You're really in honeymoon phase and it's starting to show, and you're balancing out. I don't want to be too full on. I don't want to not do enough. You're buying them gifts. You're spoiling them. You're loving on them again like you used to. It's really, really worth it, and you're really, really happy, okay? It looks gorgeous. Remember, you need time for yourself. Remember to clean up, shave, shower, groom. Some of you could be in hermit mode where you're not leaving the house and you're spending all your time together again all the time. So think about that. Some of you might want to take exotic photos together, go on holiday together, recreate photos that you made with each other from the past. I see you going back on holiday to places where you were in the past, and you're going to go back to the same location. In my head, I get a waterfall or a garden or a tree or a special kind of sofa that you used to sit on, and you want to go back to that sofa and take the photos again 20 years later. Gives me that kind of energy. And it also gives me a magical photo frame. So you might want to go on a cruise together. You might want to take exotic photos together. I keep getting, it could be naked. It could be a nude photo shoot that you go on together. Could be photos that you take of each other in the nude and whatever. But it could be someone who wants to paint you either. It looks like an art piece. It looks like something you want to hang in your house or put on the wall or put in your bedroom or put in your bathroom. It's quite private and sacred, but it's a photo of you two together kissing. There's a photo of you guys that looks really, really sacred. So you could be taking lots of selfies. Yeah? Them kissing on your neck, them hugging on you. There's something you see in your future and it looks really gorgeous, okay? Really, really powerful energy. The month of February is talking to me all about passion and not holding that passion in. Normally in relationships, you'll hold back. You'll keep that passion to yourself. You won't show it to the others. You're saying, let that passion out. They're saying, let that passion out. Let that passion out. Let that love flow. You've got a lot of backed up love in you in February, and it's finally getting released. This person is loving on you good. There could be arguments though. Not with you and this person. You and this person are tight. But there's arguments with people in their life, people in your life, people around you are looking at you, watching. It's not so much jealousy, it's control. People want to have control over this. They don't have the power. If this is ex-husband and wife getting back together and you've got kids, for example, the kids have got opinions. And you've both got houses now as well. So it's like, well, what's going to happen to the house? Oh, are we going to go back to the old house or the new house? Are we going to get a new house? Well, I want this or I want that. There's expectations again from the kids in this relationship, and that's also for the woman who's got the 4-month-old, right? And the 8-year-old and the 8-month-old. Everyone wants to get involved here. Everyone wants to make sure the family's going in the right direction. And can I call him dad? Kind of conversations is kind of coming up a little bit. And would you want him to call you dad, this little one who's like 4 months old? Do you get what I mean? There's conversations to be had around how we handle this new dynamic, yeah? But it's gorgeous. You lot are really powerful and strong in February. You're settling in. You're in honeymoon phase. Let's dive in to March. March is about taking a leap of faith, taking a real risk, okay? So I see in March, potentially, someone could be losing their job. Someone in this romantic connection could be losing their job. It could be a Leo, could be a Libra, or it could be you, Aries. Someone is losing their house, losing their job, losing a career path or a direction they were going in, and as a result they have to take a risk, and maybe you officially move in together, or you decide to support each other a bit more financially, or this person goes out on their own, builds their own business and starts being an entrepreneur. This person commits to you. You start talking about rings and engagement. You start making it official and telling other people that you're fully back together. You start deciding where you're going to go on honeymoon, holiday, changing the child's name to their last name, changing your last name back, getting married again, planning the new wedding, because obviously you got divorced, you're going to get married again, it's confirmed. You're telling the kids that this person is going to come in and I'm going to take his last name. Stuff like last name, changing names, and wedding, commitments, honeymoon, engagements. There could be someone you want to see abroad, a family member that lives in another country, a hot country. I keep getting lots of waterfalls and cliffs diving, a lot of edges of water, so you might want to travel to a hot country. In my head I get like beige and green, lots of greenery and forestry, Colombia, Dominican, or Republic, Dominica I wanted to say in my head at first of all, but Miami's even coming towards me as well. So embrace that. There's a real risk in this connection. We're talking about holidays, confirmation, vacations, holiday homes, family agreements. Someone is going through it, because this is a massive change. They came into this relationship, they was expecting to be a lot more secure financially, or stable, or have a clear direction and passion, but they've been knocked off their feet a little bit here, and they could be losing their home, losing their money, losing their mental health a little bit. They're owning the fact that they're having some mental health problems maybe. Whatever the truth is, there's something being revealed about someone's struggles, and it's affecting a lot of their life, but they have you to support them through it. So together, this could be you with mental health problems as well, or some low mood or depression, or whatever it is. Healing's happening here now, and you're committing to be together, work together, and take a risk to really settle down now. Really settling down. So let's find out what's going on in April. April is the Hierophant. Straight away, I'm looking at potentially marriage. You could be getting married straight away, or someone's getting a new job, a new contract, opening up a new business, buying a new storefront. Some of you guys, from what we've already looked at in March, you could have been coming together in business. Incredible reading as we're breaking down the months and going, because in this one, for Aries, it's just love flowing. It's all about your relationship over and over again. That year of the romance is standing the test of time before I've even seen the cards. So imagine that, because whatever you're doing, you're merging your lives, career, business. If you're working from home, you could be turning your house into a brewery, I want to say, yeah? So maybe you've got a wine cellar, or cider, or beer that you're brewing. Someone's running a business out of their house, and you might need like food and hygiene certificates to qualify to use your house for food and drink and beverages. But it's like someone's building a business, and this person and you are committing to it. You're signing a contract, you're signing a deed for a new house, you're agreeing on this marriage, you're signing on the dotted line. You could be getting married, but you might not be getting married at a church in a white dress. You could just be getting married at the registry office, if that makes sense. But there's massive celebration here, and the Aquarius energy is coming up. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius if it's not that Libra, Leo energy is coming up, or you Aries. But Aquarius is now showing up, and it's talking about really evolving, In this connection, you are really evolving. This relationship is really evolving. Things are growing now really, really well. This relationship is in flow state. We've gone January, February, March, April, and it's just love, love, love. Any obstacle in our way, we're pushing it out of the way. We're blossoming, we're evolving, we're working together, we're sharing our money, we're sharing our businesses. Our lives are yin and yang. We're joining up all of our assets, all of our money. We're building a life for ourselves financially too. Our family and friends and kids are on board. Or if they're not, they're gone. They can leave. And we are building the life that we have always dreamed of. And it is magical. So let's dive into May. May is the month of money, okay? This is where it really means hard work and dedication. Gemini energy is coming out as well, so you could be dealing with the Gemini. I'm just going to throw out the Zodiacs as they come up, okay? 1111 cards coming out with the root chakra. 9 of Wands is coming out with the sacral chakra. Then we've got the Judgment card and the 3 of Pentacles. That is letting me know straight away for the month of May that you have to really be doing the hard work. Yes, romance is great. Yeah, love is great. This is getting that bag, getting that money. You need to make bank this month to make sure your business is going to work. You need to cover all the expenses. You need investment. You need funding. You need to go to the bank. You need to sign the contract, sign on the dotted line. You need to make agreements. You need to make sure you've got enough money. You need to balance out every penny that you have and do the hard work. You agree to take these orders. You agree to cook this food. You agree to do this dance. You agree to do all of these different things. You have to do it on the time scale you said you've got to do it, and you've got to make that money and make the customer happy, yeah? Wedding cakes, birthday cakes I see here, ceremonies, spiritual rituals. Someone could be going into registry themselves. The romance is here actually, interestingly enough, because you could be someone who marries people. You could do a job where you are the one that gets people married. Not necessarily a priest or a pastor. You could be a spiritualist of some kind, and you do wedding ceremonies. Yeah, or you're a host for events or something like that. That's what I see here. And you and this partner, he's investing, you're investing, male or female, she's investing. There's 2 investors here, male and female. You have to work together. This could be family business as well. Other people are getting involved. Other people are putting their money into the pot, wanting this to work. I could see about 9 people who are all going to work here and get employed. Everyone rushing around to make sure there's enough money for this to really, really work. Everyone's getting stuck in here. It looks amazing. Amazing. Wow, May looks like a year to call everyone in, all your family, all your friends, anyone you love, tell them what you're doing, ask them who wants to support, who wants to invest, who wants a job, who wants a role, how you're going to go about making this happen, and then you go and make it happen, and you be the boss, you be in charge, you make sure the money adds up, you check the till at the end of every night, you pay the staff absolutely correctly, you make sure everyone's happy, and you keep doing a great job. May is the start of real change, and real money, and real good quality life. Wow. Let's go and see what June has to offer. Okay, June is giving difficulty, okay? Listen to this. Heart chakra, retrograde, Queen of Swords, 5 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Damn. I'm looking at past trauma. Heartache and pain. There's arguments in the relationship. It's natural. It's June. And now you're arguing over stuff from the past. Nothing that's happened this year. But stuff that happened 4 years ago, 6 years ago, 12 years ago, 10 years ago. You're remembering why you broke up. Why you weren't together. You're starting to get a little bit of niggles and irritation. And a little bit of it could be one argument or one blowout about money or love or stuff that's happened in the past. And now you're doubting yourself a little bit. You're heartbroken again because now you remember that this person caused you real trauma. You remember you divorced this person for a reason. You're pissed off, you're angry, or they are. You're going through it because the past has come back for a little while. The past is haunting you. They cheated on you, you're questioning whether or not you're going to be cheated on again. They lied to you, they stole from you. You went for a really sticky, messy divorce. Whatever it is, It's revisiting. This is life, guys. There's no avoiding it. I'm pretty sure the rest of the cards look really positive, but we'll only find out as we go through all of the rest of the year together right now. Check out the timestamps if you need to. But June is a moment to really reflect, and you might need to go to therapy, counselling, couples therapy, your own therapy and your own counselling, but also couples therapy too. You need to talk about what you're going through and be honest, because someone is being icy, someone is being cold, and someone's not opening up. Someone's shut down in the relationship. 6 months in, and someone's just shut down. Fed up, upset, don't want to talk about it, doesn't want to do the job, doesn't want to do the work anymore. Someone's going backwards. It could be an episode of depression, but it looks like heart chakra problems. It looks like it could be jealousy, upset, envy, anger. Someone said something or someone done something, and now the other person doesn't want to show up to do the job, doesn't want to do the work anymore, wants to quit, wants to walk away. Someone's got to push through that energy and let that energy pass, or they're going to ruin a really good thing. Libra energy out. Now we're going straight in to July. Libra's out in July again. So this is definitely strong Libra energy. Let's go to July, guys. July is Libra, karmic debt, 5 of Cups, 8 of Swords, and the Hermit. Someone's gone within, someone's pulled away, someone looks like they've got themselves into debt, someone's struggling financially, someone made a mistake with the money, someone made a mistake with the deals, the contracts, something's gone awry. July is looking really, really bad, and it's a difficult window of time that's really challenging you. Can you pull through? Can you make this relationship work, or are you going to go back to that old version of toxicity? We'll only know in time. Yeah, we're at July. We've got a few more months to get through for the rest of the year. So we're going to see if we can heal and push through this. But I'm connecting with someone who wants to go into hermit mode and avoid dealing with this issue because you're scared. You're upset. You're in grief. There's money missing. There's money lost. Someone spent all the money. Someone made a stupid mistake. Someone made a bad deal. Someone cut you off and said they're not paying anymore. There's arguments and conflict and disagreement. Someone spent too much and wasn't thinking about the money that they needed for the rest of the year. And now it's created upset. And now that the energy that was there in June, where it's like, I don't want to be around. This is what happens when you walk away and you give up and you don't be a team player in love, Aries. If this is you, this is a really important lesson. And this is how we fix things before they happen. That's why tarot and this space and time tarot channel is so important to me. Because in June, someone's walked away because they're having a tantrum and they're upset about something and they're not there to do the job. So someone else has gone on, tried to carry on doing the job, but they've made a mistake and they've messed up the money and they've made deals and agreements that should have been your job or whoever's job it was. They walked away. So someone else had to pick up the slack. And as a result, now the company's in the hole and you're losing money now. And you weren't losing money before that. But guys, this is business as well. This is how it works in business. So this isn't the end of the world. This isn't a soap opera of dum dum dum. This is life. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, sometimes you lose money, sometimes you're in the hole, and you work your way out of it. You learn and you grow. That's it. Okay? So you are really learning a valuable lesson in July. Whoever has walked away and not wanted to communicate and shut down and be bitter and resentful for stuff that happened in the past that wasn't even really related to this year, but someone was triggered by unresolved inner child wounding or stuff from the past that happened that they haven't fully forgiven. And as a result, they're cycling back and forth in this toxic shit, and that's affected the company and the business come July. Check yourself in June, guys, and then make sure you don't fuck up in July because of your poor attitude in June. Okay? Moving on. We've got to go to August now. Okay, August is looking good. It looks like you're cutting through the bullshit. The confusion that was there, you had a rocky 2 months in June and July, but August, you're talking to everyone, you're telling everyone what's going on. The best way to succeed in business is obviously not give away your intellectual property and your copyright material, but be transparent with the staff and the team and the family and friends what you're going through. You need help, call on help. You need money. Who's got money to invest? Who can help? How much money are they going to get back? who wants to donate freely and who just wants to invest and get money back in time? Can you prove your worth? Can you pull this back together? It looks like you can with the Page of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the World. You are closing out an old cycle. You had a few hiccups. You went back to childhood trauma. You had a little bit of PTSD in June and July. But you pulled it through in August and you are back, baby. The business is booming again. Looks like you're going to get your money back. Everything's working out. You closed out this old cycle and this relationship is back on track. Yeah, it was difficult. Yeah, you're being challenged. You and this person need to keep talking. Talk, talk, talk. Anytime there's a problem, talk it through. Any confusion online, social media, with the bank, with the companies, call them. Stay on the phone. If you're on hold for 4 hours or 14 hours, do it. Stay on the phone all day. There are always loopholes with government and licenses and sign on the dotted line and the bank's not picking up and there's no phone number for this company. They want you to use the chatbot. Find the number, find the email, go down to the head office. You need help. You will get the help and you won't stop until you get the help. Push through with your business and in this relationship dynamic. It is incredibly important that you keep doing this in August because you're breaking the curse of what you thought you could or couldn't achieve in this lifetime, and June and July really challenged you. August is proving that you really do have this and that this is indeed your destiny. Let's go to September. Okay, September is interesting, okay? It's giving me trading screen. It's giving me green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red. So if you're a trader and your money's up, your money's down, your money's up, your money's down, that's what's happening with you in business and in your relationship. You're in the green, positive, things are happening really well. Then you're in the red, down, crashing, depression. Someone could be working more than they've ever worked in their life, up and down, emotions, breakdowns. This relationship is really challenging your mental health, your emotional well-being, your time, your money, your consistency, your ability to clean the house, your ability to feed the kids, your ability to do school run, do homework, pick up the kids on time, get your life back on track, manage the relationship. Someone is hoovering whilst they're on the phone waiting for the company to get back to them. Then they are cooking, making food for this venue or event. Their partner's out doing all these deals and events and they're still trading online, they're investing. There's 100 million things you're doing. That is the point. And boy, is it difficult. But you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You have to choose to keep going now. Keep going. It looks like you might have some argument with some family and friends and some people in the business. You might need to fire some people, let people go. This is now the window of time in September. 9 months you've been going at this. 9 months you've been in practice. From May, really, the business kicked off. So May, June, July, August, September. We're looking at 4 to 5 months of the business really going. Now you're going to start seeing the little things that are not working and the people that are not pulling their weight and everyone who's got an attitude about what you're doing. Remember whose business this is. Remember whose relationship this is. And check these motherfuckers at the door because not everyone's coming with you where you're going. It looks like you might be employing new people and getting rid of everyone, or changing their routines, changing the rota, changing the schedule, changing pay, changing times that people need to show up. Things need to be changed. You're making amendments in September that are really, really important for the future of the business. Whoever doesn't like it can do one. This is about you succeeding. You already had a shitty couple months in June, July. You're not going through that again. September is really, really purposeful and grounded, but certain people are getting kicked to the curb because that's how it works. Sorry, you're fired. Next. Let's go to October. October is coming up with Taurus Sun. So you could be dealing with a Taurus energy, someone born between April the 20th to May the 20th. They could be in your life and they could be creating a storm. Could be a business partner, investor, someone who is a client. You could have an awful customer, an awful demand, an awful annoying person, an awful person who doesn't want to pay. This person said, I'll pay you later, I'll pay you later, I'll pay you later, but they're making big demands and they're talking like they've got loads of money and they haven't even put a full deposit down. This person looks like they're going to rip you off. I've got to be honest. You might want to break. If this is a really synchronistic message. I don't often say this because this is quite superstitious and a bit eerie, but if you are dealing with a Taurus in business who hasn't put down a deposit, haven't paid for this service yet, and they keep longing you off, I would walk away from them instantly and say, no, sorry, we're not going to take you as a customer, because this person's bringing bad energy. It's giving me an event or a venue or something that they want you to host or do. Could be like in my head, I get like a massive DJ night. I get a massive entrepreneurship event. They want to hire out a massive venue. You're booking the venue. It's costing you a lot of money. But the issue is here, they haven't put the money down. They're making big boy demands, grands and grands and grands and grands and grands of what they want, and they're flashy like they can cover it all. But this is official. They want the invitations, the flyers. They want the greatest performers. They're talking about who's going to be showing up and what they're going to be doing. They're making demands. They're walking around with a venue with you, pointing out how they want things to look. But the truth of the matter is, they ain't paid a penny. And they're worried. They can't afford it. They're flexing and they ain't got the money. This person is dreaming on your time and your dime, because you've put a deposit down on the venue potentially by now in October. And they ain't got the money to cover it. They ain't got a penny. They're broke. They're flexing. They think they're going to flip a quick buck and make the money. They're not. Walk away from this tourist. Walk away from this person who's wasting your time. This person ain't got the money. They ain't got the integrity to tell you the truth either. They can't even put the deposit down. Maybe you know them. You've known them for a while. And they've used to be rich. This person used to have money. They're acting like they can bring something to the table, but they're broke. They're broke and they haven't got it in them, and they're wasting your time. And I don't know what, I'll pay you after, man. Don't worry, you know I'm good for it. That's when you know someone's not good for it. When they say, you know I'm good for it, you know I'm good for it. No, I don't know you're good for it. I would know you're good for it if you were good for it right now. And you're not. So do not let your friends, family members, people close to you bamboozle you, because this person's giving scamming vibration. They think they're going to get a whole free event out of you because they know you. And then they're like, do you know what? At the end of the event, when the night's done and everything's done and they've turned up and got a great reputation and got new clients, then they're going, do you know what? My money's a little bit short. Something's just gone a bit wrong. Bear with me, okay? I'll pay you this now. And they give you 1/3 of the money. This person is planning to get everything done, get a good reputation, get all new customers and clients in, and then only pay you 1/3 of what they owe. Because they think after the event, all that money's going to come into them, and then they'll be able to pay you further down the line. So instead of this person coming to you and saying, do you know what, I'm not in the right place financially, but if you help me now, and you do this for me, and we'll come up with a business plan of equal change, I can maybe bring all these people into my network, and I can make so much more money back for you. They should be telling you the truth and wanting to invest in you and have integrity and make a deal or a plan with you and your company to level up. But they want to act like they're rich and wealthy and they don't need you, and you're just a host or event planner, and they're just going to take what they can get and go. Yeah, so there's two options. If you do really care about this person, you can see what I'm saying straight away and make a deal with them and say, do you know what? If you can't afford to do it and give me the full-on deposit now, and there's no money on the table to clarify this, no matter what you say, you ain't giving me the green, you ain't giving me the wonga, you ain't giving me the cash. What I can do for you is this. I will organise something for this amount, and you will be contracted over the next few months to pay me this back. You can pay in instalments, okay? Over the next year. Like, you could start doing that for people. That will help people that are broke. People need that. People need like ClearPay, Afterpay, is it Kalana, all of that kind of stuff. People need help because people are broke and people have great entrepreneurial ideas. So if you've got the money to invest in people's dream, and whilst they contract to pay you back, you need a contract, because you will take this person to court. This person will be liable. Bailiff will pull up for the coin if they can't pay it in 12 months. But only if you do have the money for that. And the truth of the matter is, I've already looked at you since January and May, and low-key, you don't have the money for that. You need instant return. A year from now, you could do what I've suggested as well. So October, you could offer a service like that if you financially stabilise yourself. But this person's playing games, and this person lacks integrity. I would fuck them off and not even talk to them again after that. Played you. Because they're trying to rack up big boy. They're trying to flex off your money. And act like, look at this big thing I've done. Look how amazing all of this is. And then at the end of it, when everyone's left and it's time to settle the bill, oh, do you know what? I'm so sorry, guys. All I've got on me is... And they're the worst kind of person as well, because it's not like they're saying, I can't afford to pay this. Like, do you know what? All I've got on me right now that I can transfer is this. But I'll transfer the rest later. And then you don't hear from them again. Every time you catch them a week or two down the line, do you know what? Let me transfer you 100 because that's just right there on this account. Or let me just give, do you know what? How much cash have I got on me? They keep throwing you a scrap. They ain't got anything else. But their reputation is rich. That's the problem. This person's wrapped in ego and this person is poor as fuck and they are burdened, lying to themselves until they can admit that they're financially struggling and they are burdened and they are not in a good position. They ain't really going to get nowhere because they're flexing in front of all these other people, trying to act like they're bringing these people up where they need these people to bring them up. Awful toxicity. Seen it too many times in entrepreneurship. It's not nice. It's not cute. October isn't great. Let's go to November. Not great. It's great for you. It's not great for whoever thinks they're going to get one over you and your money after how much hard work you've put in. The stress you've gone through in June and July makes you want to kick ass even more as well. No more bullshit. Fuck all that. No. Let's go to November. Okay, November is pulling up with Scorpio and Scorpio. So you're definitely dealing with a Scorpio confirmation. And if this reading is about a Scorpio lover, a Scorpio and an Aries, that's extra confirmation. I know I've said Leo, I know I've said Libra, there's lots of you out there. I've said Leo, Libra, Aquarius, and now I'm saying definitely Scorpio for some of you guys. 1,000,000% Scorpio. And a Taurus was here as well. Toxic Taurus energy, I'm not going to lie, okay? And there is a toxic Taurus reading. So you might want to check that out. My goodness, if you do know this person, my God, there's a toxic Taurus on the line as well. So, 8 of Swords is also out. 10 of Swords is also out. And the Page of Cups is also out. Someone's made a mistake and someone wants to say sorry. I'm looking at cheating affairs and upset. I'm looking at someone heartbroken. This is a weird reading, okay? Because all the beautiful stuff I've said throughout the year, and I don't want to ruin the lives that some of you Aries have and think this is related to you, because it doesn't feel like it is. But it does feel like if this is an ex or a divorce coming back together, there's real apologies about what they've done to you in the past, and they're going to prove that they're never going to do that again. But for some of you guys, there is this mistake from the past and this apology that needs to happen. Someone seems to be really scared about telling the truth about what they really did. So this is crazy. I can't believe you've gone back into a relationship, gone into a business, got back together. You're nearly a whole year into this connection, but it really does look like someone hasn't been honest about something from the past. A Scorpio here, a connection in love, something's got to be addressed because there's triggers. If you've gone to therapy, there's abuse, there's lies, there's cheating, there's worry about telling the truth about something that happened. It's quite small, but it's insensitive or dishonest not to say it. Like there's kind of a lie lingering in the atmosphere and it has to be addressed. Someone's going to have to speak up in November and really clarify what this relationship has been in the past and what it is now. There's relationship issues and triggers that need to be addressed. Could be someone who slept with like 7 people, 8 people. Check out the Taurus read. I'm getting Taurus energy heavy again, right? Cheated with 7 people, but they only told you they cheated with 1. So although they haven't cheated this year, in the past they done more stuff than they've said. Stuff's coming up from the past and it needs to be resolved. This person has either been guilt tripped lately or is feeling guilty. So someone could be making little jabs about being cheated on or being hurt or you've done this before, you'll do it again, whatever. And someone needs to be consoled. Someone needs to feel like they can trust this person again. And the truth is there's some lies in the past that haven't come out yet. November looks like a really toxic time if you are not being honest and speaking your truth. You are being tested. That's what relationships are for. November, you're being tested. Can you tell the truth? Can you be honest? How do you really feel? Can you apologize? Can you bite the bullet? Can you speak on truth? Can this relationship be healthy? Or is it going to go back to the toxic thing that you left? Because that's the truth here. The conversation here, is this going to be toxic? like the other relationships? Is this going to be toxic like the past? Am I going to regret this? Someone finally has the window to speak the truth, the opportunity to put this shit to bed and own what really happened that day and that night. This should have been cleared up long ago. Someone needs to tell the truth. And it will kill someone to know what the truth is here as well. What really they did, what they were really doing. This looks like abuse, lies, sex scandal energy, really disgusting stuff. And it's past energy, and you kind of knew it. You or them, anyone in your reality, something's going on here. But it's sordid and it's scandalous, and the truth needs to come out. It looks like a nasty window of time and a nasty memory, but you got to go there. You got to have that horrible conversation in November, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry, but November is the month for that horrible conversation to finally be had. Let's go to December and see how that played out. Okay, December, the end of the year, we've made it, and so have you in this relationship. Well done. The truth of the matter is there's a tower moment in December because the whole year has been a fucking roller coaster, hasn't it? Really stable, really grounded, really great stuff. But that June, that July, and that October really, really made this connection rocky because you could have lost it all. If you were weak and juvenile and immature and insecure and lacking wisdom, lacking intelligence, lacking empathy, zero fucks, being a bitch or being a cunt and not being nice, this relationship would have fell to the floor. But you've made it to December and you have grounded this connection. You've been honest and true. You've spoken about this trauma and this awful secret or lies, or these apologies have been made, and now you are clear. You have stepped away from the lies, and this relationship has a new beginning. And you are going into January 2026 so much stronger, so much happier, and now everything's resolved. There's no more bullshit from the past. And it looks like both of you are prepared to do the right thing. Whoever you're dealing with, like I'm connecting with one energy. This whole reading I'm connecting with either you or them, right? I'm bouncing between the two, but there's one energy that's dominant. Their energy's not showing up. So I can't outrightly tell you they're not going to cheat again, they're not going to do this bad thing again, they're not going to lie again, because they're in the same paradox as you. Every now and then, that old characteristic of them shows up. They choose to do the right thing every time they get a chance. But they have to keep speaking, and you have to keep speaking. You have to choose to be better people than you were in the past. And I think you're older and maturer now, and you've been through a lot in your life. You know better to go back to the bullshit that you were in. But the trigger and the insecurity is there, because, hear this in my head, whatever made them cheat in the first place, and I hate that ideology, but you have to understand, they cheated for a reason. That's the truth. People cheat for a reason. They're unfulfilled, they're unhappy, you're not enough, they don't love you, they don't want to be with you, they don't care about you, they only care about themselves, they're sex focused, they're stupid. Whatever it is, there's a reason. So it's about understanding the reason why people do stuff and whether or not they've learned from that and changed. Because certain people will be toxic all their life. Certain people will grow out of it. Some people cheat because they're unhappy and unfulfilled. Some people cheat because their partner cheated and they're jealous and they want revenge. There's always a reason why things happen. They're insecure, they're not getting enough, you don't love them enough, you're not giving them enough time. Everyone judges someone for saying those things, but those things are actually true sometimes. You work. Most of the time, you're never home, you're never around, you never cook, you never clean, you never say anything nice to me, and there's a woman around me who's loving on me, cooking, cleaning, giving me time and day. What do you think I'm going to do? True. I never condone cheating, I never condone lies, and immorality makes me sick to my stomach. Yuck. But I am a psychologist. Well, I'm the hermitologist, not quite psychologist, but I study positive psychology and human flourishing, and we all do things for a reason. That's the point. I study developmental psychology and have for many years. We all develop in our unique ways based on our comfort zone and what we can or can't do, take, tolerate, think or feel. So we need to feel safe in these connections. You need to feel safe. They need to feel safe. This feels like a really beautiful, maturing, loving relationship that will stand the test of time. But you have to step over the lies, and you need to make each other feel that no matter what is going on in the world, you can always have truth with each other. And if you're not happy, you're upset, you're angry, you're bitter, you're resentful, whatever it is, you always have each other to come home to, and you will never lie and deceive each other. You two can take on the world, provided you rely on each other and never let each other down. Never hurt each other, because that is the destruction that will be the end of it all. And I don't see that, because you've lost it all already. Sometimes it takes you to lose it all to get it all back and know that you'll never make that stupid mistake again. So this reading and this summary for Aries for the whole year of 2026, which is the year of romance, is standing the test of time. You are proving that you know what love is. You know how to love. You know how to be in a romantic relationship. You know how to forgive. You know how to heal. You know how to deal with heavier, darker, toxic energies. You know how to make money together. You know how to sacrifice in love. You know how to help your partner when they're down and out. They know how to help you, and you know how to be honest and integritous. And you know how to put each other first. And you know how to forgive. And you know how to speak up and never sleep with heavy stuff on your mind. Clear your mind. Don't be manipulative. Don't be controlling. Let your lover be free, and they will be free to love you so deeply, because it's nice to be free. Not caged in, not controlled, not manipulated, not trapped. It's not about controlling your lover. It's about your lover knowing that they always have a safe place with you. That's what brings them back. That's what makes them happy. So many people try to manipulate and control in relationships, and that's where the toxicity grows, and all these mind games start, and abuse and lies and stealing and cheating and affairs come from. Manipulation. When all you've got to do is show up, be you, and love, and be authentic, and that should be enough. And if it isn't, they're not for you. You're learning about what love really is, and it's a gorgeous year for your relationship. And to be honest, you only had a few rocky months. June, July and October, and a little bit of November, a little bit awkward. But the rest of the year, you were really high flying in this. And every time you go through one of these darker months, or a few weeks in that month, you come out and you're stronger the next month, is what I've noticed. So keep going. Not everything is a cakewalk. Not everything is positive and loving all the time, okay? You go through challenges for a reason. It makes you wiser, and your relationship is growing and blossoming because of that. So be proud of yourself, Aries. You're doing great, okay? Have a gorgeous year ahead. Please hit like and subscribe. Check out the description. We do so much different things over here. I have 5 channels in total. 5. We do divine channeled messages, love readings, channeled messages, and lots of healing content that's really good for your chakras and your soul and your mind frame over at Her 7D Consciousness. Over here we dive into the tarot, all zodiacs, all kinds, different content, straight kick-ass intelligence to your brain to lift you up, get you right and know what's going on, confirmation and assurance in this content. And then we've got a lot of other stuff going on. Hermitology Tales, we're telling you different stories and stuff that's going on in the world that's quite serious. Real news versus conspiracy. They say it's conspiracy, they say it's not true, they don't talk about this enough in the media, but it's going on and it's happening and we need to know. That's Hermitology Tales. And we've got technology. Tech is taking over the world and we are not going to sleep on it. You can go to hermitology.me, see all the things we do over there. The company is evolving. We are heading upstream to the most beautiful dimension we have seen. We won't say too much about it until we really do start to blossom, and you'll see that channel really bounce up and do amazing things in time. And then there's Hermit HQ. That is a tarot musical. That is where we bring tarot cards to life through cinematic, musical style content. And we just do a tarot meaning. We take a tarot card and we turn it into a song, give it gorgeous meaning, and lift up your day with a little bit of orchestra. So go and click subscribe to everything, please. I need the support. I need the love. Hit like here. Head over to the description. See what I do. Check out all the links in my description. And leave me a gorgeous comment. Love and light. And I will be back soon with more, okay? Bye.